I feel you will need the gazelle energy, and especially in that first quarter of the next year. The softness, the feminine, the grace, right? I wanna read through this card. I feel like it's gonna be important guidance for you. Okay. Heightened awareness and ability, vulnerable. The gazelle represents vulnerable. That's important. I just heard. The gazelle represents supreme grace. With every move, this inspiring, and we had the That's it. Just how you in front of this world, this life, the meaning of life, the human existence. That's how your masculine will look at you. That's how it's supposed to be. The divine triangle. I always teach you guys that. This awe-inspiring beauty amidst sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, hyper-vigilant, and this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. No more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the beauty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. When in balance, graceful, perceptive, artistic, to bring into balance a cozy home. We mentioned that. Yin yoga. We mentioned that, a cozy home. I was hearing two things with this. First of all, preparation. You know, I always say, on our own, we can achieve full wholeness, but only in divine union, we can fully drop in our feminine and really relax. It's that dancing analogy, because now there's someone who can lead us. And it's same for them. They can't achieve wholeness on their own. But their life is meaningless if they have no one to lead, they have no one to they have no one that inspires them. We are their muses. In a true yin-yang divine union, we are their muses. They create this beauty in this world, the element that reminds them of the meaning of life, right? But the other thing that I was hearing, it was sophistication. Again, remember what I said to you before, that you may be from culture. I was hearing specifically from these cultures. So you may be from a Slavic culture. So, you know, in our cultures, we're very much pushed to be, it's what I told you, be quiet, be soft, be gentle. Women are not loud. Women are not this and that. What? Women are whoever they want to be, Barry. Okay? And the sad part is that even women tells us these things. We hear these things from our mothers, from our grandmothers, right? So you may be that, but it may just be, if you're not like Slavic culture, it may just be that maybe in your culture, on the other place of the world, it's similar, but it may just be that your family was like that, your environment was like that. Maybe you're an uptown girl, like upper class, you know, that you were taught to always be like soft and elegant and like whatever, right? You know what I mean? Watch the previous part. You are you. You're amazing. Firefly. Firefly. It is that lizard. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna do one more and I'll tell you what I'm hearing. That's our last card from the spread. I'm almost sad that this reading is like ending. We're gonna do your January, but man, you have such a beautiful energy. It's a privilege to read you, and we have the camel. Okay. So what I'm hearing with these is, we talked about fire and, you know, allowing your fire to really burn, but controlling that fire. Next year, you have a lot of fire energy here. Embrace that fire. Follow that fire. Fire is also passion. It's your intuition. It's your inspiration. What inspires you? What makes you want to go? I always say this to you guys, passion is our compass on a journey of spirituality. So follow that. Go towards that. With that lizard, I do feel like reading this firefly too. I'm hearing read that. Oh my god, they're sometimes so annoying. I can. Hold on. Don't tell me what to do. Seriously. Hold on. Where the hell is that? Okay. Inspired and fantastic, yet fleeting. The firefly contains the light of 1,000 stars. It's pure, radiant, and illuminating. This high-frequency charge cannot be sustained for long. Therefore, the firefly card indicates a moment of inspiration or awakening that quickly fades if we do not catch it. There's firefly energy behind every poem, song, and invention. Our job is to be ready to harness this creative spirit when it graces our path. What can you do to support this pressure and elusive light? And I did mention, didn't I mention it, write a poem to bring you into balance. And maybe you write poetry. I think I mentioned that. But what was coming to my mind was that King of Wands that we had, right? So this is the year when you were truly Lord, because you have a lot of fire within, right? You have a lot of fire. But you're ready to understand that with fire, what then comes is the earth energy that takes it and grounds it and creates it into something and brings stability and commitment and dedication and consistency, right? To turn that fire into project. So it's really the moment of when the inspiration comes, when the fire is ignited within you, idea comes forth or whatever that is. You grab it in a moment and you feel the energy of that fire, but you already start preparing, right? Maybe you have to write that poem, maybe you have to take that note, but then there's the earth energy, right? That grounds it into existence, which means that it's the earth energy that maybe then will edit that poem or will actually publish that poem or post it on your profile, or, you know, it will make the project happen. It's also the flow of feminine and masculine, truly. Because it's the fire and the creation and the inspiration, we're the muse, right? And then the masculine energy, internally and externally, it works same way. And then it's the masculine energy that grounds it into existence. We have that lizard, and what I was hearing with that lizard is that listen to your intuition, because this is where we were talking about your masculine, right? Working together, being authentic. You're going to have some sort of a recalibration process. It's not going to be from 0 to 100, right? I feel like it's going to be somewhere next year. They don't want us to know. Maybe there's still a variety of timelines. We take choices every day. I feel like this first quarter will really set the tone, how it's going to play out, right? But make sure you just listen to your intuition, listen to that sixth sense, to what your gut is telling you. And don't follow fear. Be you, be authentic, be fully you. And I always say this to you guys, the more we are us, the more we magnetize them, because it's our ego that is afraid. It's our ego that tells us to walk on eggshells around them, because they're going to leave, because we're going to be too much for them. Remember that dancing analogy. True man leads. True man wants his woman to glow. You're never too much for him. Subconsciously, it is when the feminine starts to be her, authentic her, right? We put ourselves out there. We emit our energy, even if you're not out there physically, but they smell our energy wherever we are in this world. When we start to be authentic, this is what pushes them to embark on that journey of deeper healing, because deep down they are attracted to that. They are attracted and pulled by that authenticity. Right? And we have the camel. It's like I want to read the freaking camel too. All right, maybe these are guidances that maybe you should get yourself this oracle deck. It's beautiful. It's Kim Krans. It's one of my favorite authors. Myself and Kim Krans. Some people would say, like, who you're comparing yourself to, but I would say I have nothing to prove to you. My oracle deck's amazing. They're inspired. Anywho, camel, resourceful, independent, knows oneself. knowledge of oneself is really necessary. Knowledge of oneself is really needed on this journey. The camel can handle absolutely anything, as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenge with ease, even in the face of excess heat, judgment, or anger. Remember, we mentioned that they may expose you to something where you're going to be judged. More people, more opinions, always, right? People just love to project. And the funny thing is that they don't realize that every comment, when they criticize us, they say something, or when you truly heal, you know it's a projection. And you just feel sorry for them. I mean, seriously, Barry, that's what you're going to say? The camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites to balance, fire and water. Fire, I was saying fire and earth, but and bringing responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler, and it's especially fond of trips to faraway lands. What I'm hearing with this one, I was hearing a couple of things. Definitely that you're going to have to really anchor yourself next year in the sense of self through mindfulness, through connection to your soul. I know who I am. No one's opinion is truly my business. Learn to work that fire. They say water, I said fire, earth, and I stand by what I said. But also, you're going to be embarking on a joint journey with your masculine, right? You're going to be that team. You're going to be oneness. And I don't know why I'm sensing that for this collective. Reactiveness and aggressiveness may have been an issue as you met in your initial connection. Maybe you are both fire signs. Maybe you have tendency to lash out or to react in anger, to act on an impulse, to be spontaneous, but not always in a more peaceful way. It's something that you've been learning on this journey. So I'm hearing that it may be that you're gonna just need to understand that now it's a transition, because in separation, especially as feminines, because masculines, they usually connect to other women, right? Either that's, some of them go towards connecting to a more serious karmic connection, and some of them become that forever Casanova, sticking their fingers in different pies constantly, right? So it's a little bit different for them, because it's like finally with us, they find peace, but freedom. But for us it's a little bit different, because it's because of that triangle and the role of the masculine and feminine. We've been in this separation, and the true divine feminine, for most part, 99.9% of cases, every journey is unique, but most feminines were embarked on a journey of celibacy from the very beginning. Some of us will have some karmic situations to clear out right in the beginning, but once we start to realize, okay, this is a journey, I've been awakening, my kundalini is awakening, I'm starting to see things, be activated to things, this is my twin flame, right? We embark on a journey of celibacy. If we connect to other men, it's usually very brief. It's usually, we feel that it's a sort of a lesson, so we can go on a date or two, right? But we're not going to consider serious relationship unless very wounded they consider settling. It's a whole different topic, and I don't want to go there right now. But the feminine embarks on a journey of celibacy. It's also because it's our role to learn to be the gatekeeper, to respect ourselves, to return to innocence, to heal our womb, to prepare our womb for our masculine, right? To receive his energy. So we start to, and a part of our journey is to start to live that life that we described for you. I am happy, I am fulfilled, I am, right, this and that. So when they come in, it's not like we don't want it. We always want it. We always crave for them. It's the other half of us, right? It's the full completion of our mission. It's the grand finale, right? But it's just that it's like, and now he's gonna be in my life and in my house, like interfering with my business, right? It's a transition. It's a transition to learn that this journey no longer is going to be a journey of solitude. It's no longer going to be a journey of me, myself, and I, right? It's now going to be a journey of the two of us, and this man is an extension of me, and it's beautiful. but it's a transition, right? That now you're gonna embark on this journey together, and it's gonna be a journey. I'm hearing. You have to really, for this collective, you have to stay connected. You constantly talk about these things. Whatever pops up, whatever trigger, whatever emotion, whatever thought, whatever doubt, whatever fear, you have to constantly talk about these things. Full vulnerability. I mean, it's advice that I would give for any couple and any pairing, but I feel specifically for you because maybe it was a challenge for this collective. Okay, let's do my angels, your month of January. What's gonna come? And I was thinking that I'm not gonna remove these cards. Hold on. Oh my god, always me. What was it? Release fear. I want to keep them here to sort of keep my mindset of what was your energy for the first, and what emotion was it? Soul, awakening, faith. Hold on, courage. Yes, sorry. Number 21. 21st of the 5th, I just heard. And I'm gonna grab Kat Pierce deck because that's what I was also hearing before. Write that down. 21st of the 5th. All right. What's coming in January? The Creator. The Creator is a bit of a tower moment, carries a bit of a tower energy. It is a no card. It is a not yet card. It is a storm before. It's sort of a preparation, clearing the air. What's the word? When there's like so much pressure in the air and so much like it has to, whatever. You know what I mean. Storm has to happen before things get relaxed and released, right? So there may be something. Let's see. King of Cups. Seven of Swords. The Hangman and the strength. We have the strength that we were talking about. The strength of the lion. Courage, and that's on top of that courage. I feel January it's going to be a very intense month for you. I feel there's going to be a bit of a tower moment, but the tower moment, this is personally how I feel the difference within me between the tower and the Creator. The tower is not negative. The tower is negative. Clear the air. That's what I was looking for. The tower always comes to clear the air, but sometimes to an outside observer, it can be perceived like a negative because, oh my God, why is this happening? I trust it's for a reason, but oh my God, right? Whereas the Creator, it's like there's chaos, there's storm, there's vortex of like so many things, but it's like you can feel that it's coming to clearly. It's like it's always darkest before the dawn kind of energy. And it's the ability to already hold stillness through that. This is why we no longer have towers when we are in our divinity, because we always hold our stillness through that tower. So the tower always turns into the Creator energy because we know how to handle it. You know how I always say this to you guys, life doesn't get easier, it just gets better. We get better at it, right? We when we have that peace within, that power within, that stillness within, that tower is truly the force of the creation. And we know that, we understand that, so we surrender to it. I feel that around this collective, there is some sort of a fear around vulnerability, and that is something that you will have to learn. And I feel you will have to learn that not only with your masculine as he returns to you, because you share that fear together, but also when it comes to your path. Maybe you are a little bit afraid to be vulnerable with people that you work with people that are part of your mission, to put yourself out there a little bit. It's this mask that needs to be clear out, right? Keep in mind that when I say mask, we're not saying that, you know, like you're too full of mask and deceptions. It's no, you're standing in beautiful energy, but there's still a little bit of that fear, that residual fear of being vulnerable, of showing your cards, of showing your true emotions. There's an emotional maturity that needs to take place. It's like you need to warm up your heart. The both of you, warm up your hearts. It's the essence of this courage that we went through, right? People who are courageous are people who are not afraid to fall, are people who are not afraid to admit that I tried and failed, right? You know, I oftentimes, it's coming to my mind for a reason. I oftentimes see those videos that people say, oh, I was so reluctant to start a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel, and I thought that no one is going to watch. And then in 2 months of effort, I had 30,000 followers. Are you for real? That ain't courage. Courage is to be here like I am with you guys for zero gratification, just my own knowing, inner knowing that I trust that these messages will find whoever they need to find, right? And in the beginning, it's very hard because we all, you know, we are still in that ego and we hope for likes and comments and shares and people saying us that, oh, how much we help them. But again, I have nothing to prove to no one. It's the energy of a lion. So when you have nothing to prove to no one, you're here just because it's part of your mission, right? And true courage is when we keep going. Not for 2 months, but we keep going for years on end, with no external shift and with no external change. But the courage also comes with that softness towards ourselves, giving ourselves grace, understanding that this physical world is just an illusion, right? Surrendering truly. There is this energy of really deep rebirth that will happen in the month of January. Full exposure, I'm hearing. Full exposure. This is vulnerability. There's a card of vulnerability. I wish I could, hold on. I'm going to find it. Hold on. Can you believe it was literally at the bottom of the deck, 100 cards deck? It was the third card from the bottom, and I went through the whole deck. Patience and perseverance. All right, number 36, vulnerability. Vulnerability means allowing our authentic soul to stand in front of another without the mask of the ego, allowing ourselves to be seen for who we really are, having the courage to express our emotions without certainty on how they would be received. It takes courage and risk to be vulnerable. It also requires to know oneself well. Without the awareness of who we are and how we feel, we won't be able to express ourselves authentically. And it was important for you to really anchor yourself in the you. When we are wounded, we may confuse vulnerability with oversharing and being extroverted. Vulnerability doesn't exist without emotional depth and maturity. It's not about how much we're willing to share or how many or with how many, but about the soul's exposure that this sharing brings. There's a reason I wanted to find this and read this to you. It's so important for this collective, this vulnerability card. I think it's not focusing. It's exactly that. It takes courage and risk. You have to stand, it's your naked self, it's your naked authentic soul in front of another. And sometimes we need to be vulnerable with people that we work with, that are part of our mission, that we're healing. And people think that vulnerability, again, it's what the card says, that when you talk much and you share much and with many and you're an extroverted, you're vulnerable. And I find that introverts are more, it's easier for us to be vulnerable because we're more with ourselves, we're more acquainted with ourselves. We're people who are like, everyone knows them, But when it comes to a true, deep conversation, they struggle. Maybe you are quite extroverted. I wouldn't be surprised with that zebra energy, right? But there's this energy there's this energy of really risking and having the courage of show the world the real you, and show your masculine the real you, your real emotions, things that are on your heart, without the fear how they're going to react. So I'm hearing two things. It may be that you have to do this with your masculine. That's number one. And second, maybe you will guide it and you will receive downloads related to your mission, that you have to do something, and you will know that it's a topic that it's quite sensitive. It's a topic that people don't like to touch. It's a topic that people, that you're going to have a lot of negativity and negative comments, but you will be guided to it. It will be part of your mission. Let's do another row. The Creator, the Moon, and Knight of Wands. I feel there will be a test of your truth. Something that will still activate your shadow to a certain extent. That shadow of that fear, right? But it will also force you to really strengthen your boundaries, to understand that when you stand in self-love, authenticity, truth, boundaries are natural. Things that you are and you aren't comfortable doing, and things that you feel that you want to express that truth. And then people think that, if we share, then they have the right to go deeper into our life. But we choose what we share, right? What we choose is relevant for us to share. You can make up, I'm also hearing that you can make up your own rules when it comes to you and your audience or your clients, people they will be part of your path. And you can also make up your own rules with your masculine. The pace that you want to take at this relationship, how you want it to progress. I feel that's going to be tested in the month of January. King of Wands and King of Swords. We have all of the kings in sort of one row. Kings are also about the external world, right? So I feel like this is going to be a month that you're going to realize that so many things you've been working on internally, and now it's time to put them in practice, to externalize them. Your compassion, your leadership, your perseverance, your passion towards certain things, your internal truth, your expression of the truth, your values, your integrity as well. Release that fear. It's going to be a very intense month. I always say to you guys that tests are gifts from the universe and opportunities where we can show that we are who we say we are. So all this time on this journey we say, well, I'm healed, I've released this, I've released that, I'm divine feminine, I'm authentic, I'm right. Bam, well, show me. I feel there's going to be some sort of an exposure where you're really going to get the opportunity to show that you can be intuitive, you can be sensitive, you can be emotionally mature and intelligent. You can, again, be that strong lion kind of leader. Why are they coming in twos? Do you know why? Because you're no longer one. Lovers and the Star. And that's on top of that Seven of Swords. Love is a miracle, and you have to allow it to happen. You still have a little bit of fear. You still both hold your cards close to your chest. You're still a little bit vulnerable. You have to allow it to happen. To really reach that union, to really get that wish come true, to really start healing together, I'm hearing as well. There's no place for masks and dishonesty. Five of Wands. In this specific deck, Karmic Clearance, I do feel like it is a bit of that reflection, that inner reflection as well, that inner battle, that inner just surrender to it. I always say this to you guys, in this final calibration, everything is divinely planned, orchestrated, and calculated. So use everything as a learning. Be vulnerable, be open. It's gonna be a month of tests, that January, but it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be one of those months that you're gonna, and it's gonna feel like it was 6, but you've transformed so much, and you're gonna be grateful. Beginning and end of January, you're going to be a completely different person. You're going to be in a completely different place, with appreciation and with gratitude. All right, my angels, it's going to be an amazing year for you. I hope this was helpful. I hope it resonated. And I wish you an amazing 2026. And I will be back in Jan. Bye.